Yeah. You know what's funny? What my childhood ambition was, though?
What?
Okay. I don't know if this ever happened to you, but when you were little, were you ever on like a swing set and you would swing so high that it would lift off the ground for a second?
The whole swing?
The whole set?
Yeah.
That happened before?
Yeah.
There was one time when I was on that, and the thing flat out tipped over. Like, usually it shakes, and that's it. This time it did flat out tip over, and all the kids on it fell down and like got really hurt.
Oh wow! The only swing set that we had that wasn't like into the ground was the one in our backyard. Because all the ones at my school, like those things are not falling over. Those are cemented into the ground. The one that we had was just like a 2-man one. I think one time a person flipped it over. But no one was hurt. No one else was on the swing set.
Oh really?
So go ahead.
Well, my childhood ambition was that I thought I was gonna grow up and be a motivational speaker about the safety of swing sets. And I had this envision of me walking out into a playground and all the little kids running up to me saying, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. You saved my life because now I know not to swing so high on the swing set."
You're gay.
Yeah, that was my
That's what I said when you look back and you're like, why God?
Yeah, that was like my
why did I poop in the bathtub?
My 6-year-old self's dream.
Do you remember what your first crush was like?
Oh yeah, I remember my first quote unquote girlfriend. It was in preschool. It was a black girl. What can I say? I had jungle fever back then.
Don't tell your dad. He might freak out.
Oh, I remember.
Would your dad freak out? My mom would totally freak out.
I don't know.
My dad's cool, but my mom...
I don't think my dad would care that much. My stepmom would probably be upset.
Yeah.
My dad wouldn't care.
Okay.
I know he's dated black girls before too, though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cool. But yeah, I should remember. I forgot her name. I guess it's not important, but it was this black girl in like preschool, and we used to hang out. And I called her my girlfriend, but I mean, it was nothing. Not everything, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously,
yeah.
After what I've been through now.
What about you? What was your first crush?
I think his name was Justin. It was kindergarten.
Wow.
Definitely. Everywhere he went, I followed.
You little skank. You were back for.
And then after that, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, his name was Spencer Aguilar. I remember that for sure.
Don't we know him?
Do you know him?
Sounds familiar.
He went to my elementary school, so I haven't seen him since elementary school. But his name was Spencer Aguilar, and it's weird because like my best friend at that time in elementary school also had a crush on him, and I found out later, and I was like, oh, well, I don't like him anymore. Yeah, but I don't know. I never had like a quote unquote boyfriend in elementary school, so. I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other stories. Do you think you have any? Because I can
go into my news if you need a minute.
Okay, yeah. By all means, please go.
Okay, well, my news is it's actually a little outdated because it's already passed, but I think it's kind of interesting, is that there's this program out there that they're trying to do in which, and of course I do weird news, so this is, a little off topic, but it's still weird, and it's that they're trying to give homeless people jobs. By what they do is they let them carry around a Wi-Fi modem.
Okay.
And then if they wear a special shirt that says they're on duty, kind of like a cab, you can go up to them, if need be, and use their Wi-Fi for a fee. And they started doing this at this movie festival in Austin, Texas, called South by Southwest. It's really popular.
Yeah.
And for like $2, you get 15 minutes of internet by standing next to some homeless guy. Now, I have two things.
I would plug my nose first.
Yeah, but first of all, everyone has a smartphone these days. So you don't really need...
Not everyone. I didn't for the longest time.
But I think...
Like, I did, but I didn't even have, like, a plan for it.
Okay, but think of it this way. If you were that in need of internet in today's world, like for your job or something, you already have a smartphone.
Oh, yeah.
If you carry your laptop around just because you know you're going to need internet that day, you own a smartphone. You know what I mean? So you don't really need this homeless guy. But yeah, so they're wearing a shirt. You're like, oh, so you need to send an email real quick. Your phone's not working. You see a homeless guy that's wearing the shirt that says something like, I am Wi-Fi or something like that. And you walk up and you said, oh, can I use you? and they stand there.
I've heard this one before. Yeah.
And they turn on. They give you the password to their Wi-Fi, and they stand there while you search the internet. What I don't understand is this is like, what if they run out of it's for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Per usage. So what do they do to end it? You know what I mean? Like, does the guy just take off running? It's like,
it could be like automatically a program, because I know like some like libraries and stuff, or airports especially, you can use it for an hour for free, and then it kicks you off.
Okay.
Because I know that for sure, because I used to have to wait at the airport forever, and then like my Wi-Fi would end like 15 minutes before my plane, and I'd be like,
I just think
15 more minutes.
I think it'd be so funny if like you're just looking at your webpage, and all of a sudden the guy's like, "Ah!" and he just starts running down the street, and you're like, "No, I'm not done yet. The picture hasn't loaded." But like,
that's true.
What's even worse is that they're standing right next to you, watching you do whatever you're doing.
That's right. You send that picture.
Yeah.
I want to stick your tongue out a little bit and bite your lip.
Are you gonna Skype with your girlfriend? Can I talk to her?
Can you tell her to lift up her shirt a little bit higher?
Or put it down a little lower.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's brilliant or not. Like,
it's so weird to think about, though. Like, what? Who thought of that idea?
In a way, it's a really smart idea. But you're right. Whoever really needs internet is gonna have a phone with Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Like, there was a long time where I wanted a phone with internet. I didn't necessarily need it, but I wanted it. So I had a smartphone, but it was unlocked, and I never bought the internet plan. So if there was Wi-Fi, I'd just connect to the Wi-Fi, like at school or something. But now that like I need it, Yeah. You're right. I have the internet, so because I know Alex and his dad like still don't have internet. On their plan, I didn't.
I only have limited internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I have 2 GB. I don't even use that much anymore.
Yeah.
Mostly it's just like for like directions and basic stuff.
Right.
But
Facebook.
Yeah, pretty much. But do you have any more stories?
I have like a million stories, but none of them are like interesting enough to share. It's all really small stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think those are pretty much like my stories. The poop in the tub.
I remember. I got
the
one.
kid peeing himself in my house.
Yeah, I got one. Maybe I've told this one before, but me and my sisters used to watch Count Cool Rider every Friday night, and that was really cool. I remember that was like one of my favorite times. What it was like every Friday night, this Dracula / Harley Rider guy would have a special show on like Fox.
Oh, I think you told me about this before.
Yeah.
And we used to have like a family night. Right?
Yeah, and he would like comment on scary movies and stuff. So, like, this week on Count Cool Rider, we're talking about Leprechaun.
Did you ever like when you were younger like watch a scary movie that your parents told you not to? Or, like, they didn't tell you not to, but you watched a scary movie and it absolutely scared the shit out of you where you couldn't sleep?
No.
How old were you?
Didn't tell me not to. I just watched it.
The thing I'm thinking of is, like, alright, so there's this video online. And I think I've told you about this. It's like these 2 kids, the mom told them, do not watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they watched it anyways. And so I think they both fell asleep like in the same bed.
Yeah, because they were so scared.
They were so scared, and the mom's like, "I told them not to do it, and so now we're gonna get them back." Because now
and the dad dresses up.
And the dad like puts on a mask and gets a chainsaw and like in the room, and these kids, I swear to God, shot like 12 feet up.
Yeah, I've seen that one. It's really funny.
It is so funny. So I'm wondering if like you ever did that, like if you ever watched a scary movie you weren't supposed to.
Never anything like that. But I remember that was kind of scary is that we used to turn all the lights off and play hide and go seek.
Yeah.
Because my parents went out a lot, so we never really had babysitters. We just kind of watched each other, kept each other company.
Yeah.
And then the neighbor kids would come over, and we all 5 of us, would just turn the lights off, play hide and seek in the dark. And that was like scary, but it was always a good time.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, so you know how when you're little, you also think you're being really cunning and smart, but really you're just being a dumbass. Because parents have been there, done that before.
Okay, yeah.
So before we found out that like everyone in my family was allergic to cats, our old neighbor, who we were really good friends with, they had a cat with a bunch of kittens. So we went over there to like help them clean up, and they're like, "Oh, if you want a kitten, you can take a kitten home." And I was like, "Yeah, Mom, can we please have a kitten?"
Yeah.
So we took one of the kittens, brought him home. And I was supposed to, we never had a cat before. So first of all, you're not supposed to feed cats milk, like real milk.